All right, folks, so a review of today's live room. So today we were saying basically yesterday's trade, following on from that failed trade which we reviewed, the fact that it pushed up so quickly without any retrace or reaction at this key level 72.90 meant the FTSE basically turned bullish on all time frames. So we're looking basically for a pullback to buy, with stops below 7200, and we're targeting 7420. So that is actually now active now by looking at the charts, which we'll look at in a second. Short-term direction positive, long-term direction positive, 5-minute bar breakup. We actually took a break down today. I'll cover that in a second. Spikes down towards 73.11 we would have bought, but we didn't get that. That didn't happen. And the gap, I was saying, should also fill. So let's have a look at the action. So 5-minute chart here, and this was the opening 5-minute bar. So gap did fill. We pretty much opened on the gap, so no real significant closing gap to trade today. And it was actually a pin bar, so I would have taken a break up on this, but the breakdown was actually okay as well, because we were looking for a pullback anyway. But with the trend up, I wanted to use very low risk on this. So the negative signal was the fact that it was a pin bar, negative pin bar. The low of the bar was 73.22, and the high of the bar was 35. So we had 22 and 35. Let's just put these on here. So 35 and 22 was the low. So basically we're waiting for this bar to break, and once it did break, which was here, it broke on this bar here, we were looking for basically a pullback to 30, which it did. So we actually basically got into this trade around here. So it broke down. Usually on the 5-minute bar system, we'll just get into it aggressively. We'll maybe put half in and then half in on a bit of a retrace. But today, because the trend is up, I didn't want to risk too much on this one. So it was a very tight stop, and we wanted a pullback after the 5-minute bar broke, which really gave us some really good risk reward. Now, there's no guarantee that the market is going to pull back after it breaks the 5-minute bar back down here. It could have just broken and down we go, but it did actually come back up to our retracement level nicely. So we're basically in around the 73.29.30 area when we have our stop 2 points above 73.35, so 73.37. So a 7 to 8 point stop on this one, and our target was down at 7,300. So that was basically the target that we had on this trade today. So you can see the risk reward was really nice. You know, you can see here on the lines, you can see the risk reward. So very small stop and very big target for this particular trade. So that trade was a nice winner for the live room. Obviously, we didn't get the spike, and the gap wasn't a system trade. So just the one system trade today was the 5-minute bar. And then we've obviously got the pullback as well. So we've got the pullback down for this, the longer term trade. That has a bigger stop though, so it does allow for a larger retracement, possibly down into the 72.60, 50 area, where I would expect this to be bought up, and we're moving back higher again. So we'll see how the American session does and also affects the FTSE, but certainly, yeah, the buy the dip today at 73.11 to 72.90 zone has triggered with the stop below 7200, and as I said, we're looking for a bigger target towards 7400 on this particular trade. All right, that was the live room review today. Let us know how you got on, and we'll see you on Monday.